Let's run down my standard criteria when it comes to evaluating different basketballs. Starting with the pebbling of these balls. So essentially the pebbling on these balls are the same in terms of the pattern. They both have like a circle pattern when it comes to the kind of pebbling they use. They're very similar in that way. I will say that the NBA Street Phantom ball is a little bit more pronounced when it comes to its pebbling, but that may be just because at this point in time this ball is a few months older than this ball, so the pebbling is definitely worn down a little bit more on this ball. They're not both brand new. This one is a few weeks old, this is a few months old. I will also say the pebbling on this ball feels a little bit tighter than the pebbling on this ball, meaning to say that the pebbles, the pebbling itself is kind of tighter together as opposed to this ball, which feels a little bit more spread out. The bumps on this ball are a little bit more spread out. At least that's how it feels. It doesn't really look that way, but that is kind of how it feels. Moving on to the material of these balls. Now I usually do material first, but essentially the material of these balls are the same. They're both just rubber basketballs and they feel like they're made out of the same rubber. Now I will say that the Phantom ball does feel a little bit heftier, a little bit thicker. The rubber on this ball feels a little bit thinner. Now that's not a bad thing. It doesn't make this ball feel cheap at all. It just means the rubber on this ball feels a little bit thicker. It almost feels, it gives it the texture and the feeling that you would have on kind of a composite ball compared to this ball, which feels definitely more like a traditional rubber ball. Either way, you know, neither one's a bad thing. It's just a matter of what do you prefer. In terms of grip channeling, now the reason I bought this ball in the first place is because I was told the grip channeling on this ball is better than the grip channeling on this ball. And while I find the grip channeling on these balls to be slightly different, I will say it is different enough that the advantage in grip channeling definitely goes to this ball. The grip channels on this ball are slightly wider. They are a little bit wider in terms of being able to put your finger on here and feeling a difference in terms of how wide the channels are on the two balls. Is it super noticeable? Is it a big difference? No, it's not. But you can feel it definitely between the two balls, mainly because the grip channels on this ball are also deeper. They are more recessed than the grip channels on this ball. That's also part of the reason why this ball feels more like a composite leather ball in your hand, because composite leather balls compared to general rubber balls usually have better grip channeling, deeper, more recessed grip channels. In my opinion, that's what separates these balls the most, is how deep and recessed the grip channels are compared to this ball. Again, it's not huge, it's not massive, but it is enough to the point where it is noticeable. And for me, the grip channels on this ball are preferable to the ones on this ball. Now, when it comes to perceived durability, this is one of the reasons I say grip channels is a make or break feature for a basketball for me. The higher quality you think a ball is, the longer you would perceive its lifespan to be. Now, because the grip channels are deeper on this ball, thus giving this ball more contour to its overall feel, it seems as though this ball is going to be higher quality and thus have a longer lifespan and longer perceived durability than this ball, because this ball doesn't have as deep grip channels, and because of that the ball doesn't feel as contoured. It feels flatter all around the ball as opposed to the contours that the grip channels give this ball. Because of that, this ball feels like a higher quality ball than this ball, thus making me think this ball is going to have a longer perceived durability than this ball. I don't estimate that the durability would be like double or anything like that, but I think you would probably get noticeably more durability out of this ball compared to this ball. In terms of value, I've said in the past that I think Spalding has found a sweet spot when it comes to how they price these basketballs.